Hi Sabrina.
Hi.
Hey Max.
Hello.
Hi Arno.
For years, you had to choose cameras and audio or a display. Then Meta put a screen in their Ray-Bans, so it's game over, right? Well, not quite. These are the Rokid Glasses. This Kickstarter underdog is going head-to-head with the tech giants by cramming everything but the kitchen sink. A camera, open-ear audio, a micro-LED display, and even AI into one surprisingly normal-looking frame.
On paper, everything looks fantastic, but is it as great as it sounds, or is it another buggy gadget?
Hey, I'm Olive, your host here at Versus.com, and thanks to Rokid for sending us this review unit free of charge so that we can check them out for you. So here's the case, but this is not a charging case. Rokid does sell the charging case separately though. What you do get in the box is a charging cable, a female USB-A to a proprietary 5-pin magnetic connector, and a set of extra nose pads. Now let's talk about the build. The frame uses what Rokid calls a magnesium aluminium alloy front with TR90 high polymer titanium plastic temples. But what does that mean in English? Well, the front frame feels sturdy and more rigid than you'd expect. The arms, however, are lightweight plastic. These glasses don't feel premium in the way a pair of Ray-Ban Metas do, but they do feel lighter. These weigh just 49 grams or practically 53 grams with the nose pads attached, while the Meta Ray-Ban display weighs 70 grams. That's a 32% weight difference you will definitely feel over a full day. They genuinely feel like a regular pair of glasses on your face. Now let's do a tour around the frame. First, we have a 12 megapixel camera, which we'll show you in more detail a bit later. Then we also have a touch-sensitive area for scrolling through menus and notifications. But unfortunately, it's a huge fingerprint magnet. As a quick note, if you ever get lost, you can check all the available gestures in the settings of the app. Moving on, we have a physical capture button right on top for quick photos and videos. We have 4 mics total, 2 on the bottom left arm, 1 on the bottom right, and they even cleverly hid one inside the O of the Rokid logo on the front. Rokid claims advanced AI noise reduction thanks to this setup, and in our testing, we can confirm voice pickup was solid even in moderate wind.
Hi Rokid. Is Lady Campbell flowers safe for cats?
Then there's dual AAC directional speakers on the top and bottom of the arms. The audio is decent for what it is, clear for calls, passable for music, and private enough that the person next to you won't hear your podcast unless they're practically leaning on you. As for the aesthetics, a lot of brands have figured out that if you want people to wear smart glasses in public, they need to look like normal glasses, not like a prop from a sci-fi movie. To be honest, the Rokid glasses give off a slight 3D movie theater glasses vibe. The lenses are tall, the frames are chunky, and the temples are quite thick. They don't look bad, but they don't disappear on your face. Style is subjective though, so we'll let you be the judge. But hey, if the tech inside is revolutionary enough, we can overlook the aesthetics. Now let's fire up these glasses and zoom into the displays. The display is where the Rokid glasses separate themselves from every other $299 smart glass competitor. Tucked inside these lenses are dual micro-LED displays, one in each eye. When you put them on, you see a little green HUD right in front of you. You get the time, date, weather, battery level, and even pop-up notifications. You can also personalize the exact display area of the glasses right from your phone in the app's display settings. The Rokid glasses are powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon AR1 processor, the same chip inside the Meta Ray-Ban display. They're paired with 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. Swiping through menus and using the onboard apps feels snappy enough. Now, the display is only monochrome green. The Meta's Ray-Ban display has a single RGB display capable of up to 5,000 nits. The Rokid glasses have binocular displays, which means both eyes get information. It's more than functional for sure, but it won't be a rich visual experience. One thing we immediately noticed is that unlike smart glasses without a display, these lack an anti-reflective coating. When you put them on, studio lights and sunlight reflect aggressively off the lenses, so that's something to definitely keep in mind. On a positive note though, if you wear prescription lenses, Rokid supports a correction range of +16 to -16 diopters. You also have magnetic snap-on prescription inserts for myopia and astigmatism. For comparison, Meta's Ray-Ban display only supports up to +4 to -4. So if you have a strong prescription, Rokid is basically the only option for you. But you're all here to see how these actually fit into your everyday life, so let's put every feature to the test so you know exactly what to expect. One of the highlights is, of course, the AI assistant. You have two different models to choose from in the Rokid app, ChatGPT or Gemini for both voice and vision search. These are actually the very first glasses powered by Gemini. You can summon the AI by tapping and holding the frame with one finger or by saying, "Hi Rokid," followed by your request.
Please remind me to pick up some bread for dinner.
You could also map a 2-finger long press to shortcuts like identifying objects, checking the weather, or even your own custom command. We threw multiple questions at Rokid and it replied quickly. It gives you a thinking indicator but pulls up info swiftly, and it doesn't just show you text, it speaks to you too. This is honestly more practical than a smartwatch because you can read the full text at once and hear it without having to hold your wrist to your ear or scroll on a tiny display. Thanks to the camera, you can naturally ask about whatever is in front of you with questions like, "What is this plant in front of me?"
Likely a purple leaf crabapple malus variety, such as royalty or profusion.
The glasses then snap a photo and give you the info. You can even set this visual search as a shortcut so you don't have to ask for it every single time. As a bonus, all your past conversations are saved in the Rokid app. You can also listen to music via the open ear speakers. These are best for quiet environments or quick calls. On a busy street, the audio isn't the strongest. You won't get any bass, but again, for a quiet room, it's totally fine. To get your music going, you'll need to trigger it from your phone, just like standard headphones. When it comes to utility, the memos are super handy, and one feature that we actually really liked. You just tell the Rokid AI to remember something, and it sticks it in your main menu as a digital post-it. This is a great way to save thoughts on the fly without digging for your phone to type them out.
Hi, Rokid. Please show me my memos.
I'll show you all your memos. Here are your memos. 1. Pick up bike, buy bread for dinner, meet Sam after work.
Real-time translation is useful, but don't expect it to make you fluent overnight. You can choose a local model, but it's so slow that we wouldn't really recommend it. Online mode offers a one-way option and duo talk, where you see the translation in your glasses and the other person sees your speech translated on the phone. However, you do have to pause occasionally to let the glasses think. We found the one-way online translation to be the best here. It's faster and it displays text directly in your field of view, which is perfect for catching quick phrases or following a tour guide abroad.
Ciao Olive, beh, com'è andata in Giappone? Ti sei divertita?
It was so much fun. I've never been to such a country before. It was super clean, everyone was so polite, and the monuments were beautiful.
Fantastico. Quali monumenti hai visto? E hai provato qualcosa di tradizionale in termini di cibo o sei rimasta sul sicuro?
Before we hit navigation, there's also a teleprompter mode. You load your text in the app and it displays on the glasses. It can scroll manually or automatically based on your voice. It works okay, but it is hard to read it if you're moving your head for emphasis. You have to stay pretty much still, which can look a bit unnatural. Finally, navigation is actually quite good. We tested it for walking directions and it gives you a video game style HUD with speed, arrival time, and distances. The best part is the small live map showing exactly where you are. You also get voice prompts so you don't have to constantly stare at the HUD.
Hi, Rokid. Start navigation to the nearest flower shop.
That said, it's better to start your route on your phone as the AI doesn't always find the destination names via voice. So while you might not use every single one of these features daily, they're great to have when you least expect it. For a lot of this stuff, you could obviously just use your phone, like with the AI assistant. But these glasses give you the convenience of hands-free tech without having to fumble for your phone, your smartwatch, or even for your headphones. It's essentially an all-in-one extension that's always ready to go. Now, let's check out the camera. We have a 12 megapixel cam which can shoot 3K 30fps video at 9:16 aspect ratio. You can also shoot in 4:3 or 3:4 at 2.5K resolution. Video recording maxes out at 10 minutes per clip. By comparison, the Meta Ray-Bans cap you at 3 minutes. So with the Rokid, you get more than 3 times more content in a single go. Right next to the camera, there's an LED privacy indicator to let people know when you're recording. Honestly, that is very thoughtful of Rokid to protect you and the people around you. For photos, you get multiple photo aspect ratios like 3:4, 4:3, and 9:16. We were expecting low quality results given how little space there is for a sensor, but the shots turned out very usable and totally fine for cool social media shots. You get those perfect POV shots that would otherwise require you to strap on an action camera right to your forehead, which of course looks totally ridiculous. You can also enable a monochrome preview after a capture just to confirm that you got the shot. But how does all of this fit into your daily life? Picture this. You wake up and grab your glasses off the charger. You start with a quick, "Hi Rokid, what's the weather like?" So you know which jacket to grab.
Make a memo for me to buy 2 cartons of oat milk.
Out the door, you fire up walking navigation to that new shop you've been waiting to visit. Here you see that neat HUD we talked about. Once you're at the store, you find a nice pair of pants but aren't sure about the fabric care. So you just ask, "Hi Rokid, how do I care for linen?" Then you grab a quick POV video in the mirror and head toward the groceries. On the way, why not listen to some music? At the grocery store, you pull up your memos to grab everything you listed this morning. Finally, you head home and magnetically snap the glasses back onto the charger. All of this while reading notifications and taking calls without even touching your phone. But is it true that these will last a whole day? Let's talk about stamina. The Rokid glasses pack a 210 mAh battery. They claim all-day battery life under moderate use, and in our testing, that mostly held up. With a mixed bag of AI queries, a few photos, translation sessions, and some light navigation, we got through a solid workday before needing a top-up. Obviously, heavy use, like continuous translation or recording video, is going to drain them much faster, but that's just physics, not a complaint. The good news is that fast charging is also on board. You can get around 80% battery in just 20 minutes. Plus, you can use the glasses while they're plugged in if you really need to. The optional charging case that we mentioned at the beginning packs a 3000 mAh battery and holds up to 10 full charges. But again, it is sold separately. So we have finally reached the conclusion. Do you want to hear the brutal truth? So who should actually buy the Rokid glasses? Well, you should get them if you travel constantly and need real-time translation. These support up to 89 languages. These are also great for creators who want longer 10-minute POV clips. You should also consider them if you have a strong prescription, or if you just want the freedom to choose between either ChatGPT and Gemini for your AI needs. But then, who should maybe skip them? If a premium build or a full color display are your top priorities, you better look elsewhere. Also, if you are in the US and you use WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger a lot, the integration on the Ray-Bans is just better. But regardless of all that, are these really worth the price? Look, we haven't talked numbers yet, but these definitely aren't cheap. We're looking at a massive retail price of 629 euros. Luckily, if you're looking to pick these up, we've got that exclusive code to shave off 20 euros. We have to point out that while ChatGPT and Gemini are free to use, other features like navigation, translation, and meeting summaries are only covered until March 2027. Beyond that point, a subscription will be required to continue using them. It's a premium price tag, that is for sure, but you are getting a combo that's hard to find anywhere else. A display, a camera, your choice of AI, translation, and prescription support all in one. Plus, the software is constantly improving. We actually saw 2 updates just during our testing window. Are they perfect? Definitely not. The monochrome green display is pretty basic. The build quality trails behind Meta, the charging case is clunky, and the software still needs some polish. In fact, sometimes the glasses would randomly disconnect because they thought we'd taken them off. We had to physically take them off and then put them back on so that they recognize we're wearing them. Hopefully, Rokid will hear the feedback and patch it soon, but for now, you can just toggle off wear detection in the settings to save your sanity. For a first generation, however, Rokid is swinging at the heavyweights and actually landing some punches. If you want to grab a pair of Rokid glasses for yourself, then check out the link in the description. Use our exclusive code at checkout to shave those 20 euros off your order. And before you go, look for more futuristic gadgets. Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and hit subscribe as we're always testing new devices to help you make the best choice. We'll see you in our next video, and until then, take care.